Hello,
Hi.
why are you here today?
I guess I'm just here to talk about my experience, right?
Yup.
Um, I guess it just started when I was a teenager. To me, graffiti, I mean, I guess to most people, but it's been like an escape for me. Um, I used to sneak out a lot as a kid, just to get away from what was happening at home. And I would go out with my friends, you know, typical night out. And there was this one day my friend had gotten their hands on a can of spray paint. And before then, like, I didn't know much about it, I guess, about graffiti. I mean, I've seen it. It's kind of everywhere.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie to you. The first night or couple nights using that can, I I'm sorry for Newcastle, really, I am. Um, but we all start somewhere. And
Hmm.
yeah, for me, that was quite a beginning. After that, I had just dived into it. I met a lot of people who were also interested in it or who were also part of the scene. And I just started joining in with them, and we would go out at night and just kind of fool around. Um, it wasn't anything serious at first, it was just a way to have fun. I think it started getting serious once we had a couple run ins with the police.
Hmm.
I mean, at first, we didn't really see it as anything illegal, I guess,
Hmm.
until there was one night where we had been out and we were never really subtle about it when we first started.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I didn't really care. I didn't think it was anything. And then we got driven up on by an officer, and, you know, we didn't expect it to turn into what it had, but he ended up talking to us, and I mean, all we thought we had to do was just run. So we
Hmm.
ran. What? And after that, I had realized what I was really a part of. And I think the encounters I had with police had kind of fueled it in a way, which I guess is kind of the opposite of what it should have been. But to me, I hated being oppressed. Um, and so I just did more after those. And I think that's when I really got into it.
So, would you say the police encounters made you want to do it more? Is that what you're saying?
I guess in a way, yeah.
Okay, okay, fair enough. How would you go about getting in a group? Like, is there a specific way you would get in, like the clan group kind of thingies in graffiti?
Clan.
Yeah.
Um, I don't really think there's much of a process to it. Like, I can't give a step by step
Mm.
way in. But
Mm.
for me, I guess it happened naturally.
So, are you in a clan? You in a group?
You really want to know, huh? I guess you could say I'm in a group. I can't say much more than that, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
It started off with just going out with one or two friends.
Mm.
And then over time, we met a lot of people that way, whether it was through the internet or just out on the street. I mean, that happened quite a lot. There was a lot of run-ins. Some of them were really scary,
Mm.
but others were really important to me as a person, I think. I met a lot of friends that way, who I'm
Hmm.
still friends with now, years later.
Yeah.
And I think that's just kind of how the process goes.
Cool. 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 So, how long have you been doing graffiti for?
What? What?
How long have you been doing graffiti for?
How long?
Hmm.
uh, I'd say about 6 years. Yeah, 6 or
6 years.
7, give or take.
So you must be pretty good. So it's getting dark now, and we're just wondering if you had a few words of motivation or advice that you'd like to tell aspiring graffiti artists or street artists.
I think just do what you want. Don't let anyone stop you. There's a
Hmm.
lot of stigma against graffiti, and I understand why. I mean, I wouldn't say every piece of graffiti is what's the word? I wouldn't defend every piece of graffiti out there. I mean, some people use it as a malicious thing, trying to spread hateful messages. I'm not for that, but I think if it's a way for you to express yourself, then you shouldn't let anyone get in the way of that. I mean, for me, it was quite hard.
Yeah.
When my parents found out about it, they weren't very supportive.
Hmm.
That's a understatement as to how it went. But yeah, I don't regret anything, really. And most people who stick with it don't regret anything. Because you're doing it for you. And not to be cheesy or anything, but that's all that matters, really. Just do what you want.